Okay, let's talk about something that might sting a little, but man, is it important. We're diving into those sneaky little habits that might be pushing people away and you don't even know it. Think of this as the brutally honest conversation your friends wish they could have with you.
So, let me ask you something, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Do you think you're a cool person? I mean, most of us do, right? We see ourselves as pretty likable, pretty decent. But here's the kicker. What if there's a huge blind spot? Something we're doing that's, well, kind of annoying?
And that's the thing, right? People will almost never tell you to your face that you're being annoying. They just kind of fade away. So today, we're going to be that honest friend and break down 10 of the most common habits. Yeah, it might feel a little personal, but trust me, this is where the real growth happens.
All right, let's dive right in. We're going to count down from 10, starting with the first 5 habits that can quietly sabotage your relationships.
Kicking things off at number 10, the conversation monopolist. You know the scene. Your friend is all excited, telling you about their amazing beach vacation. And before they can even finish, you jump in with, "Oh, that reminds me of my trip to the mountains." You probably think you're just connecting, right? But what you've actually done is hijack the conversation and put the spotlight right back on you.
So what's the fix? It's actually super simple, but so powerful. It's called the 3-minute rule. The next time someone starts telling you a story, just challenge yourself. For 3 minutes, you are not allowed to talk about yourself. At all. Your only job is to listen and ask them questions about their story. It is a total game changer, I promise.
All right, number 9, the compulsive corrector. You know this person. The one who's always ready with a, "Well, actually." It doesn't matter how small the detail is, they have to correct you. And let's be real, psychologically, this has nothing to do with being helpful. It's a low-key way to try and feel smarter than everyone else. Coming in at number 8, constant complaining. There's a reason we call these people energy vampires. They just suck all the positive energy right out of a room. Whether they're complaining about the traffic, their job, the weather, their default setting is just negative, and it is absolutely exhausting to be around. And this, right here, perfectly breaks down the difference. See, venting, that's healthy. You get something off your chest, you look for some empathy or a solution, and then you move on. Complaining, on the other hand, is like making other people your personal garbage can. You just dump the same trash on them over and over, and it traps everyone in this negative loop with you.
Number 7 is a big one. This is the habit that makes people feel less like your friend and more like your unpaid therapist or just a spectator in your life. Every single conversation somehow finds its way back to your life, your problems, your successes.
I mean, just look at this. This really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? If this is what your conversations look like, you're not building a connection with someone. You're just broadcasting your own life at them.
At number 6, we've got a classic, interrupting. I know, sometimes you're just excited and you want to jump in. But even when your intentions are good, interrupting sends a really loud, unspoken message to the other person.
This right here, this is exactly what the other person hears. Loud and clear, even if you don't mean it that way at all. It just totally shuts them down and makes them feel disrespected, like you couldn't care less about what they have to say. Okay, we are officially halfway through. Now we're getting into the top 5. These are the big ones, the habits that can really affect how people see you. Number 5 is so simple, but so many of us mess this up. Not asking questions. Just think about the last conversation you had. When it was over, did they know all about your weekend, but you learned absolutely nothing about theirs? If so, what does that really say? It screams, "I'm not actually interested in you or your life, just my own." Oh yeah, number 4. This is a modern classic for sure. Glancing at your phone while someone is talking to you is maybe the single fastest way to make another human being feel completely unimportant. You're literally putting up a digital wall right between you and them. And yeah, there's actually a word for this. It's called phubbing. What's crazy is that studies have shown that just having your phone out on the table, just sitting there, is enough to lower the quality of the conversation and reduce feelings of empathy. The fix is so easy. Just put it away. Out of sight, out of mind. Seriously. Number 3, missing social cues. This one can be painful to watch. You see it all the time, right? The other person is yawning, they're glancing at their watch, their eyes are darting around the room looking for an escape, and the person just keeps talking, totally oblivious. Reading the room is a skill, and it's a crucial one. And at number 2, being predictable. Think about it. Are you that person who tells the same 3 stories every time you go out?
who has the exact same hot take on every single topic? After a while, that predictability just becomes, well, boring. The most interesting people out there are constantly evolving. They're curious, they're learning new things, and they bring that fresh energy into every conversation.
And here we are. The number one absolute most annoying habit is constant judging. This is the person who's always got a criticism ready for someone's outfit, their taste in movies, their life choices. This is so destructive because it's a total trust killer. Because if you're so quick to tear down other people, everyone around you is just going to assume you're doing the exact same thing to them the second they turn their back.
Okay, so after running through that whole list, you might be feeling a little seen, a little called out. But listen, the point of this was never to make you feel bad. It's the opposite. It's to empower you. So let's talk about how to actually do something with this newfound awareness.
So here is the most important thing to remember. If you saw yourself in a few of these, it absolutely does not mean you're a bad person. Usually, it's just a lack of social awareness. These are just learned habits. And the best news of all, habits can be broken. They can be changed.
When you boil it all down, it really comes down to one thing. It's about making a conscious shift in your focus, away from yourself and onto the person you're with. It's about becoming more curious about other people than you are interested in talking about yourself. That's the secret.
So, I want to leave you with a question to think about. Which of these signs was a real wake-up call for you? Be honest and drop your thoughts in the comments. I think we can all learn a lot from each other on this one. And hey, if this gave you something to think about, do me a favor and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe for more stuff just like this. Thanks for hanging out with me.